Hey guys, and welcome back to another gold farming video for Season of Discovery. In this one, I've got a really good gold farm to show you for Phase 2. Before we get into it though, I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone that has gotten a copy of my Season of Discovery gold guide. If you want to check it out, it is linked down below in the description box. Let's get right into this farm. So the farm is located in Dusk Wallow Marsh at this location right here. Now the mobs are spread out quite a bit, so you just want to pretty much make sure that you have a mount. The item that we're after is the small flame sack. This is the main item. You also can get the dark whelping, which is a pet which sells for a lot, and I would also recommend having skinning because the skinning materials will add up very quickly. On top of all that steady gold, you have a chance of getting the dazzling longsword and the bow of searing arrows. Also a few other blue BOEs that are worth a decent amount of gold, and obviously a bunch of green BOEs. The mobs that we're going to be farming are the searing whelps. So these guys right here, they're around level 42 to 43, and there is a bunch of these spread out around this location. You can do this on any class whatsoever. You're just going to be single target DPSing these guys. You're not going to be AoE pulling these, so any class can pretty much do this as long as you're a class that can do a decent amount of damage, because they are level 42 to 43 and they do actually hit quite a bit. I highly recommend having skinning to do this farm. It will just increase the amount of gold that you make, the steady gold. Without having skinning, you'll be missing out on a lot of gold that you could have made whilst doing this farm. So if you have a class or a toon with skinning, I'd highly recommend coming here and giving this a go. You're going to make some really good steady gold from all the materials, and also you have a chance, an RNG chance at getting the pet, and then also some really good BOEs. Overall, this is a really good farm to do. If you can find a layer that doesn't have too many people, you're going to be cheering and making a lot of gold from doing this. If you're doing this on a mage, it's pretty easy to do. I would recommend going the spec of fire. This will just do a bit more damage. You also can use fire ward, so you can stop some of that fire damage from their fireball, and also you can actually counterspell it. But any other class you can do this absolutely fine. They're very easy to actually farm. Like I mentioned though, I would recommend having a mount for doing this farm, because you do have to do a bit of running around just because the mobs are so spread out. Now there is other mobs in between finding the searing whelps, so just make sure that you're not pulling the other mobs and wasting your time having to kill the other mobs. But this is a really good farm to do. I did this for a few hours and I was making, depending on what I got like BOE wise, but I was making up to like 100 gold per hour when doing this. These small flame sacks are used for the professions now in phase 2, so the price of these are really high. On my realm at the moment, they were going for around 1 gold each. And then before, like 2 days ago when I did this for about 1 hour, they were going for like 1 gold and a half each. And I believe they have like a 16 or 18% drop chance from these guys, so you're going to get them very consistently from these. You also have the searing hatchlings. These are the same sort of mobs, and they also have a chance at dropping the small flame sacks. They have pretty much the exact same loot table. These ones melee you instead of casting the fireball on you. As you can see, we've just got a small flame sack of the hatchling. So you want to make sure that you're farming both of these mobs. They're both skinnable. They drop the same items when you skin them, so either is a really good mob to farm. You don't have to just go for one of the mobs. They both have pretty much the same drop table. Overall though, this is a super good farm, and I'd highly recommend coming here and giving it a go if you want to make some nice easy gold on your skinner. If you don't have skinning, there's actually a bunch of farms in phase 2 that are actually worth having skinning for. So if you have a character that is just for farming gold, I'd highly recommend going with skinning. As you can see, we just got a thick hide, and they're currently going for about 1.5 gold each, which is absolutely insane. However, that was it for the video. If you enjoyed, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. And also, if you'd like to learn more about making gold in Season of Discovery, you can check out my complete Season of Discovery gold guide, which is linked down below in the description box. This goes over all the best ways to make gold, the best gold farms, professions, and things like that. Everything you need to know about making gold in Season of Discovery, and it is constantly updated. That'll be the first link down below. Anyways guys, I'll see you on the next video. Take care.